for this race in the NASCAR Xfinity will come along. We're obviously riding with Cole Custer here. This is the 9th race of the season, all in the regular season. Green will start at the rear of the field in 36th. A 113-lap, 300-mile event. And we'll see if we'll come out on top here by the end.
Still there?
Great start to the race quickly here in turns 1 and 2, already able to get up to 31st. We'll see how fast of a car that we might have today. We won the Truck Series race at Talladega, and the one lone cup race we've had here, we were in 2nd. So we will see just how this thing will come apart. A mad scramble going on right now here on the opening lap as we are just getting up to speed. Coming off of a bad race at Richmond for my behalf, finished 35th. Just did not have a good race in that one. Got involved in a wreck and DNF'd. But now here we are. It's a new race where only 10 points behind the leader in the regular season standings.
Careful, still there.
Just got to stay low and go here at this point in the race, of course. Was driving aggressive at Daytona for the majority of the race. And that was in the Cup Series. Had a rough one at that too. Ended up finishing 37th.
Still there.
Quickly down to the bottom, looking to go 3 wide. We've got a little help from behind here from Mike Harmon. Elliott Sadler running in the middle line, and Travis Haley, the rookie in the Xfinity Series, in that number 11 on the top side of the track.
Careful, still there. You're clear on line, man. All right, clear on line.
Taking it 3 wide now through the tri-oval. This track widens out quite a bit in the tri-oval. The tightest area of the racetrack is coming off the back straightaway and rolling into turn 3.
Careful, still there.
Quickly just driving this car to the front though.
Careful, still there. Stay on the bottom.
Got Kaz Gralla just in front of us. And now a single file freight train line for the moment here. From 1st back to 6th. That will change here for a quick moment. And some of the lead cars now go high. Can't get around Kaz Gralla though. He's hooked to that double yellow line. We'll stay hooked as well. And Brandon Jones will get shuffled out of line on the top side of the track. Kaz Gralla, a little bit of a side draft off of him. Now down to the bottom, we got Garrett Smithley bump drafting us from behind, and we're trying to get the draft off of Austin Cindric here just ahead of us. Cindric got the win at Richmond in the last race to clinch himself into the playoffs. We'll see if we'll get another winner here today at Talladega. Possibly an upset winner here in this wild card race. Ross Chastain currently the race leader. And that Flexiel team just trying to get it done here. Top 3 kind of pulling out ahead. A mini 3-car pack. And Now Cindric looks to the inside here as I try to give him a shove down the back straightaway. Can we gain on the 4 car of Ross Chastain? Not quite. Now Cindric goes high. We look to the inside of him. But the draft is just going to break enough and we're not going to be able to get around it. Had some pretty good races in NASCAR Heat 4 in any of the 3 series here in NASCAR. When I've raced at Talladega, and we'll see if I can have one here in the Xfinity series. Talladega very rarely disappoints as a good race. It's usually brought.
Careful, still there.
Big run now up the back bumper of the 22 of Cindric. Now looking to the inside here through turns 3 and 4. We are going to clear Cindric off at turn 4. And now Cindric goes around and into the wall. Austin Cindric loses control off of turn 4. Probably wasn't expecting me to block him. And he slammed on the brakes and loses control in the opening laps. And we reach our first caution of the day just 7 laps into this one. Just an unbelievable set of circumstances there. Just crazy. We're going to stay out, of course. So we get our first caution of the day. We'll see how this first restart will come about. Green flag in the air. Ross Chastain and Cole Custer will lead us to the green flag. Side by side. Look at how tight everybody is. Josh Williams looking to the outside, trying to take it 3 wide now. They're not staying in order right behind me, though, and the inside line is going to prevail on the restart. Cindric, despite losing control, bringing out the lone and only caution of the race, trying to fight back on the inside for 4th now. We got some cars moving to the top side of the track just in front of me. Mike Harmon now in line right behind me to push, and the inside line is coming with 4 cars running the top now. How will this work? Trying to shake my way through and make some moves. 3 wide just in front. Pushing Jeffrey Earnhardt. And the 18 for Kyle Busch Motorsports. Look at how tight that was as we went 3 wide right up the middle. And looking to do the same thing again here down the back straightaway. 3 wide right up the middle to pull a line right behind Zane Smith on the inside. You're going to see me try to take the inside line the majority of the time throughout this race. Usually like to stay on the inside as much as possible in these super speedway races. I'll make a pass on the outside if I have to, but the majority of the time I do like to just stay down low. Get that Lombard Bros Gaming 39 car, Vern Sieg just behind us. Sieg gonna follow us here down to the bottom of the racetrack as we try to go underneath Zane Smith. 3 wide for 2nd now. Sieg trying to push us through. Chastain trying to block Cindric on the outside, and here we come on the bottom. Push from behind from Ryan Sieg, and coming off of turn 4, we're trying to beat Ross Chastain back to the start-finish line. It's going to be a dead heat. But we are going to lead our first lap of the race here at Talladega on lap 14 as we have exactly 100 laps to go. Not a long race. Most of the races in the Xfinity Series are not long at all. This one only 300 miles. On a racetrack of speeds pushing nearly 200 miles an hour, and in the Xfinity Series, that is a lot. It's a lot in any of these series. Blocking 3 lanes now. Practicing for later in the race. I don't necessarily need to be blocking all 3 lanes right now. If they get too much of a run on me, I'll let them go, but I'll see how long I can try to keep this up for now, as I've led back-to-back laps in a row now. And look at this, possibly forming 4 wide for second right behind me. Look at this, 4 wide, still 100 laps to go. Well, 99 now, but... And Elliott Sadler with a 4 wide pass just to get the second. Now looking to the top side of the track. Here comes the run on the bottom. Huge block made, and having to get out of the gas is Mike Harmon randomly there. And we go back down to the bottom again, where Ryan Sieg might come to get us. Everybody just bump drafting and pushing hard behind us. Single file line now down on the inside, but a big gap here between second and third place. So we'll see if that pack is going to get a run here on me and Ryan Sieg. We'll see where Sieg will make the first move to block. Here comes Harmon on the top. And now Cindric up the middle. Is in the mix. Look at that 4 wide move up through the middle of the racetrack. I don't see us making it too much longer without a wreck. Huge block on the top now on Harmon. Down to the bottom. Here comes Sieg. The bottom was open. We couldn't block the run. And it's going to get very sketcy, as if it isn't already. And now quickly back down to the bottom again to block off any possible move coming. Austin Hill in the 99. Or sorry, in the 61. We're battling it out for second now. And now up to second here as we clear Austin Hill off of turn 2. Huge push down the back straightaway here. Got a little bit of bump drafting going on. Tommy Joe Martin. Tommy Joe Martin's trying to push the back bumper here of this 0-0 to catch up to the rear bumper of Ryan Sieg. Again, we're 4th in points coming into this race. Still got over half of the regular season yet to go. And we're only 10 points back despite being 4th in the points. The top 5 all within 25 points of each other, easily within the race grasp. Oh, got very tight going into turn 1 randomly. We wash up the racetrack, and now Tommy Joe Martin's they're trying to make a move, and now Christopher Bell's going to give us a push here down the back straightaway.
Still there?
Huge push coming from behind by the 20 car of Christopher Bell. Side drafting off of one another now with the 99 below us. Tommy Joe Martin's, and we might just have to fall in the line now in 3rd once again, and we will. Martins has a run now in the 39 of Sieg. He looks to the bottom of the track. Sieg was going to think about blocking him. Got second of it. But it was just enough for Martin's momentum to get stopped and halted. He'll slow down and get hung out of line on the outside, and now we're up to second again. A hungry Christopher Bell just behind us. Getting a pretty big run on the back bumper of Ryan Sieg. Is it going to be good timing, though, to get the run we need to hopefully get around him? Very well possible. Faking high, going to the bottom. Sieg blocking us like crazy. Not a lot of help from behind anymore from Christopher Bell's, like, kind of pulled away from him. I could not even get alongside of Ryan Sieg that time. another run here sometime soon, hopefully. Try to get back around him. Trying to use the drafter to punch a hole in the air. Now quickly down to the inside once again. Side by side for the lead. Cole Custer and Ryan Seed. Look at this side drafting going on, and that allows Chase Briscoe to the bottom. Briscoe makes a 3-wide pass for the lead. We're quickly able to get in line and right behind him and still hold on to second. Ryan Sieg is going to lose a ton of spots. Chastain now behind us to push us. And now we're going to get a big run here on Briscoe coming out of turn 2 once again. Briscoe's got nowhere to go to block us. Side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. Side drafting once again. Door to door. Look at the advantage we might be able to get here. And Chastain to push us up through the middle again. To the lead at Talladega. It's not official until we get back to the start-finish line. And we're going to lead another lap here at Talladega, our 4th lap led early in the race. And another lead change as we have 92 laps to go. It has been a fun first 22 laps of this one. Here's some of the contact behind us just between cars trying to push each other. But all this aggressive pushing could cause another wreck. We had one already. It wasn't a big one. It was a 2-car incident. It only takes aggressive blocks. I see somebody with too big of a run that I can't stop. I'm just going to let him go. There's no point. Especially this early. If it gets super late in the race, I mean, there's nothing I can do at that point. But we'll wait till we get to that point. The inside of Chase Fincham once again. Brandon Jones is currently the race leader as he just took the lead at the line. Look at that 42 car bouncing around there. Fincham, an unsponsored driver and car there. Now Jones in line on the inside before we get into 3 and 4 to try to block a run on me, and he's going to try to make me pass him around the outside. Get a big run off of turn 4. He's not leaving the bottom open enough. Going to look to the outside. And now he goes high. Still right there. Still on the top side of the track. Jones still holding on. Might need another push coming here pretty soon. A little tight off of 4 there randomly. Thought I might have had a run at Jones that time, but just getting a little tight there, just enough to kind of slow me up. We're right along with the in-car cam for the first time today now as the Toyota Supra behind us. As Christopher Bell is going to get right back to our back bumper again. Give us a little bit of a push. We've got about 14 laps or so until we will find green flag pit stops for the first time today. Some of the drivers at the rear of the field pit under that first caution, but that was it. And instead, we will get our second caution of the race with 89 laps to go. So we just got our second caution. Single car incident there. When will we get the big one here at Talladega? Got multiple cars pitting. We're going to choose to pit as well. And the reason why we are pitting is simply because We might have to get a green flag pit stop in here pretty soon if we don't. So we're going to pit under caution. Everybody from 29th on back pit. So the last 10 drivers in the field all pit. Green flag will be back in the air here at Talladega. Some of these drivers on the outside just spun their tires here on older tires on the restart. And that's going to kind of clog up some of the field behind us, but looking to get in front of Brandon Jones there. Slight contact made with Jones.
Hold that line, driver.
Really driving hard here to try to get under him. It just wasn't working. Now the inside really held up. Here we go, fighting right up the middle. Made it clean through there, but I don't know how much. Oh, slight contact now. With that Flex Seal car below us, the 23 is out of shape from John Hunter. Nemechek will get by him. And now we'll push from behind here from BJ McLeod in the Flex Shot car, the number 15. We're right in between him and his teammate there. Now we get to the inside of Stephen Light, former Cup Series Rookie of the Year. 4 wide now on the racetrack. We've seen that a couple times already today, but that's the first time we've been involved in a 4 wide battle for position here on the racetrack. Oh, look, the block up high on Timmy Hill in the 66. Couldn't get a big enough of a run on him. Now to the back bumper of Noah Gragson. The aggressive pushing. When will it go wrong? Again, we've had 2 cautions in this one. A 2-car accident and a single car accident. Here comes Hill with the side draft off the right side of our car as he tries to fight right back up the middle again. And now that leaves the bottom open and we're stuck in the middle. We try to get whatever draft we can here off the back bumper of Josh Williams. Who's currently shown in 13th on the leaderboard. Now down the back straightaway, side draft off the 15 of McLeod. Just trying to do whatever we can here to slingshot past and get back down to the bottom of the track, and we do before we get into turns 3 and 4. Now to the back bumper to give Noah Gragson a huge push. Gragson in the 9 car here for Junior Motorsports. Tyler Reddick last year won the championship in that car. Still 3 wide. Coming off in turn 2, down the back straightaway.
Still there.
Just feel the draft here. Nowhere to go on the bottom other than to stick behind Ray Black Jr. Down to the inside of Ray Black Jr. We had just enough space to get under, and there's slight, almost contact. I don't think we actually touched there, but got as close as I could to him. The side draft and slow his momentum down, which slowed down the momentum of the top side in general there. Now 3 wide to the bottom as we look to make a move here. And we're up to 4th. So we fought through this pack a couple times now in this race. Really proving that we have a very strong car in this one and a great shot to win this thing when we get to the end, as long as we stay out of trouble and don't get involved in a wreck, rather yet in the big one. Mike Harmon, the bottom was open for him to go. We gave him a shot and we got to the lead, as well as 3 wide pass for second, and here we come. Elliott Sadler on our back bumper. Sadler trying to give us a push. New leader at the line, it's Mike Harmon. He leads his first lap of the race with 81 to go. But now we get to the inside of Harmon and we're side by side for the lead. Harmon's got no shot here to try and stop us, but he gets right on the corner panel and a huge push from behind now from Sadler.
Careful, still there.
The huge push indeed, and now up high to block. Oh my goodness, that was a close call there to block off Mike Harmon. And try to take the lead once again here at Talladega. We're going to take the lead for the third time today, and this will be our fifth lead lap of the race as we have 80 laps to go. A little tight on the entrance of turn 1. Happens every now and then. That was weird though, because we had the clean air this time when it happened. The other times we were in dirty air, which was more explainable, but it's weird for as fast of a car that we have. The tight is any of the issue that we have been having. Usually it would be loose if you got this fast of a car, but I guess here with the restricted plate racing, the super speedway racing, it's what it brings. Here comes Elliott Sadler. He gets blocked high. Back down to the bottom now on Morgan Shepherd with Mike Harmon coming up the middle again. Oh, out of shape again off of turn 2. That gives a huge run on the top again for Harmon. We got Mike Harmon and Morgan Shepherd right behind us. This is like the 1998 NASCAR Busch Series all over again. Especially here at Talladega. Not impossible. And Greg Golding into the mix. Golding up to second. Here we go again with everybody, and now Golding just being blocked on the bottom of the track, and that was another close call. Staying very, very aggressive with those blocks. Might have to calm down here. It's still fairly early in this one. Harmon on the top side of the track, here he comes. Can't leave the bottom open, that is for certain. Zigzagging, trying to block 3 lanes at once. Very difficult as we ride along in the in-car cam here. And for anybody that did not pit under those first 2 pit stops in this one, they will likely have to pit here within the next 5 to 10 laps. If we stay green, that is. Morgan Shepherd now to the lead here at Talladega. Push from behind from Greg Golding. Well, that's going to edge us at least ahead of Mike Harmon. Right along here on the hood. Closing right to the back bumper of Morgan Shepherd. Using that momentum and speed to get alongside of him. Side draft off the left rear corner panel. Huge move now, quickly getting away from him. Not going to allow him to side draft with us. And all by ourselves, we got that run to go and take the lead. Never even got a push from behind until now after we take the lead. Greg Golding gave us a shot there. We were able to block him high. I think he just gave us a shot just to say, hey, I'm here. Think twice about doing that again. We have no time to think twice here at Talladega. You gotta make your mind up and just go for it. A few drivers have lost the draft here and there, but only one driver is DNF'd in this one out of the 38 in the field, so still 37 drivers are on the lead lap and have a chance to win this thing. The top, back to the bottom. Brandon Brown in the mix. He's shown some speed in the Xfinity Series the last couple years at Daytona and Talladega. He might have a shot. Here comes Greg Golding. Golding finished second at Talladega earlier in the season in the Xfinity Series in real life, and now he's trying to win here on NASCAR Heat 4.
Still there. You're all clear on top.
In the collectpanini.com 08 car. Can't pass below the double yellow line here at Talladega. We looked low, ran out of room, and had to fall in line right behind Golding once again. Couple cars coming onto pit road here out of the middle of the pack. They're going to get down fine. And we stay green for the time being. And we'll see here as we are running some fast speeds. With only 2 cars pitting, they're going to be off the pace. And we'll see if we'll end up catching them when they come out of the pits. Actually, we've got another car on pit road too, so just more than 2 of them came down onto pit road, so might get a good group of cars going. But we'll see again if they will be up to speed or not. As well, I am not sure who all has to pit. Who knows if the race leader here of Greg Golding might end up having to pit soon. A lot of cars on the bottom of the track. We got more coming onto pit road. A lot more diving onto pit road this time. Leaving me and Golding. And we're going to be coming up here on some of these drivers that just exited the pits. Golding pulling away from me. Haley running me down in the draft. Golding held up here by a lap car, and now we got Travis Haley right behind us, quickly able to get to the inside, still had to get out of the gas, and we're going to split the lap car, the 93, and we're alongside the 08. Huge run on the top side of the track now. Haley getting a big push from behind as the 13 never let go. And we'll see if we got more cars coming onto pit road, and yes we do. Golding's still in the lead. Haley has caught him and they're pulling away. And I'm losing them in the process. More lap cars now coming up onto the racing surface, which might slow up some of these guys again. They're going to stay on the inside though. Golding and Haley held up. Here we go, right in the top side. We got the lap car of the way. Oh, we're in the back of him. Look at this, 3 wide up the middle. Haley giving us a push from behind. And now we're pushing the lap car, and look at this. To the lead at Talladega. Huge head of steam. I had nowhere to go and had to just bump into the back of the 23 and then into the back of the 07 of Ray Black Jr. A couple lap cars getting in the way here. But thankfully they were able to hold on and not lose control, and thankfully I was able to hit them square to just bump draft them and not actually hit them on a corner panel and turn them in front of the entire field. Very close call a couple times there in a matter of seconds. We'll actually get to see if we'll catch this other group of lap cars here that are not too much further ahead of us. Again, only 10 drivers pit under that last caution. Everybody else has been coming onto pit road. We still have a couple more cars that are on there right now. One is just exiting. We'll likely catch him. Trying to put as many drivers a lap down as possible right now. That is ideal. Only 21 drivers on the lead lap currently. You just never know how this is going to shape up. There's 3 wide behind us again, and of course everybody else that did pit under caution will have to cycle through eventually, but we still got about another 15 to 20 laps before the last 10 drivers will pit if we stay green, and if not, track position will be the key, and we'll trap at least 15 drivers a lap down here. So that would be pretty nice for my sake. That's just 15 less drivers I have to race for the win. But they could also stay out with everybody on the lead lap pitting and get the wave around to get back on the lead lap that way, which is likely going to have to happen. We've had 2 cautions in this one. I would imagine we would have more. Granted, in the Cup Series race, it was my fastest race all season in the Cup Series. Only an hour and 57 minutes in a 400-mile race at Daytona because we only had 3 cautions. For Daytona, that is not a lot at all. So far, only 2 here in the Xfinity Series at Talladega in this one. There's a big block at the bottom of the track there to try and hold that lap car just behind us. Oh, that was a bad move. That was a bad move. Oh, wow, they're going to squeeze to the outside now. Nobody's on the bottom to help me. I did not see that coming. That was a great move on teamwork. Great teamwork move there to the lap car's credits there to get around me. And get their lap back, at least for the time being. They're going to battle hard to try and stay on the lead lap here. Also, those drivers behind going to battle hard to get to the lead lap, and if not, worst case scenario, they are the first driver 1 lap down. Just got back around to 93 though. We're right behind the 07 of Ray Black Jr. Getting a lot of speed off of his car, now down to the bottom here. Right behind BJ McLeod. Ray Black Jr. side drafting off of me here to try and get whatever source of speed he can.
Outside, you're all clear up top. Careful, still there.
About a half-second lead here on Kaz Gralla here at Talladega with 65 laps to go. So I'm still at least 1 pit stop away from the finish, maybe 2. We know everybody else out there is likely only 1 stop away from the finish of everybody outside of the 9 drivers that pitted under the last caution. So the only ones that will likely have to pit twice, but that's why they are so far ahead of the rest of the field. As here we are again, slowly catching that pack ahead of us. We're going to have 1 big pack of cars here. And the next couple laps likely, 64 laps to go. Still 13 laps before we come onto pit road. We have just hit lap 50 of 113 in this one. Kyle Busch won the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series Championship here today. That was his 2nd title of his career. Both of them have been won in the last 5 years. So congratulations to him and Rowdy Nation. And Joe Gibbs on a pretty good season. They finished 1-2 in the driver standings with Truex coming in 2nd. Kyle Busch had to win the race, won the title, winning 1 caution for incident in that one. Race just flew by. I think it was over in like 2 hours and 45 minutes or so. Very quick race because of the 1 caution. Because John Hunter Nemechek had a young spin just because he got loose. So other than that, we wouldn't have had a caution in that one. Here's Chase Briscoe now, looking to the inside of me, trying to get his lap back. Looking to no prevail, at least right now. There's one Kia 00 car here in this Ford GT Mustang. So we have just caught the back. Just caught the back of this group, this pack here. Garrett Smithley is about to go 2 laps down in the 37th spot. That's a tough break for him. Elliott Sadler will now go a lap down, trying to side draft off of Smithley. Slowing him down. Now getting help from behind here from Briscoe. We're all staying organized there to the top and bottom. For the most part, we are all staying organized in this lead pack here. Just trying to get to these lap cars and possibly put them a lap down in case of a caution. This lead pack of lap cars battling really hard right now, though. Could allow that single file freight train line with a lap car right behind me of Chase Briscoe, and Justin Haley only 0.6 of a second back, but a couple cars in between us. Could cost them some time too, you never know. Out of the back bumper here of Jackson. Jackson got a little tight there on the entrance to turn 3.
Alright, you're clear there.
And that'll allow us to clear him easily. And 19 drivers on the lead lap currently. And Ray Black Jr. is just in front of us as well. Now we get to the inside of him.
Careful, still there.
And in this lead pack here in this group of cars, it's going to get kind of testy.
Still there.
Side drafting off of Ray Black Jr. once again. He has fought hard a few times, maybe even more now, just to stay on the lead lap here. Still side by side. He's still stuck to that right rear corner panel and running very badly to remain on the lead lap. This is allowing the pressure put on behind me now. Look at this. Ray Black Jr. is still right there. We have been side by side for over 2 laps now. Again, more side drafting. Racing clean, but we are racing hard with one another.
Hold your line, got one outside.
Oh my goodness, I get the front bumper out in front of him, I just cannot clear him.
Still there.
As good of a battle as you can get here at Talladega. Especially when you're just side by side.
Still there.
3 wide here with these lap cars just in front of us. Trying to get to the front of that pack to make sure they don't go a lap down. But now I've cleared Ray Black Jr. That's going to give me a ton of speed. And in fact, as well, I'm going to clear Morgan Shepherd. It's a huge run off of turn 2, now down the back straightaway. To the inside, taking it 3 wide with some of these guys. Got our freight train on the bottom. Tommy Barcella goes a lap down. Only 14 drivers now on the lead lap, down to the inside of BJ McLeod. 13 drivers on the lead lap. Jeffrey Earnhardt might be the next to go a lap down. It was a matter of time before something like that might have happened. Earnhardt now looking to the top. He comes back down to the bottom of the block. Gotta stay on him. Keep the pressure on in case the caution comes out. Only 13 drivers on the lead lap. Here at Talladega, we got a 1 second lead as we have at least 4 or 5 lap cars in between me and Justin Haley right now. And another lap car or two in between Haley, Greg Golding. And a couple more between Golding and Gralla on back. And Zane Smith has lost this lead pack. Back and forth. These green flag pit stops have really shaped things up. But who knows who might be the race leader when we cycle through the pit stops here, as we're only about 5 laps away from my first green flag pit stop of the race. For us to cycle all the way through here on this green flag run. Just 2 more lap cars now, only 11 drivers on the lead lap. He might be the next driver to get past. We're looking to the inside. He went down to block us. He couldn't quite get there. Now we're side by side, right behind Austin Hill. Hill is in 10th. We're going to clear Jeffrey Earnhardt. Only 10 drivers on the lead lap of Talladega. And they're built up heavily behind us now. Definitely side by side. 54 laps to go. Right front tire really wearing out here. Only 20% tire wear left on it. Of course, all these lap cars have 4 fresh tires, but it doesn't mean a whole lot, especially on the restrictor plate racetrack or super speedway track here at Talladega. Even Daytona for that matter. Tires do not mean a whole lot. Laps to go. Got about a half second here in between me and second place. Now Greg Golding is taking over second, but he has pulled alongside Justin Haley. Can't clear him, but he's still shown on the leaderboard in second place right now, as they are a few rows back in the lead yet. Golding on the inside, Haley on the outside. I get very, very loose all of a sudden. And again, I mean, this right front tire here, I'm just trying to hang on and wait for everybody else to make their green flag pit stop. Might be allowing Austin Hill to kind of pull away here. Likely going to pit here this next time by. 52 laps to go right now. Oh, very loose. We have a tire going very, very low. As I'm really chasing it up the racetrack and trying to hold on to it. We got to get back down to the bottom here in case we end up pitting this time. Blocking the runs on the top side of the track. We're still currently shown in first. But now only 14 drivers on the lead lap. And I believe we're going to stay out of the pits one more lap here. So we're going to test it. We're going to go one more lap. Nope, Greg Golding is on the pit road. We're going to pit along with him. Got to make sure we don't speed. It's going to be close down on the pit road. And we are caught speeding by 2 miles an hour on pit road. What a tough break there. We are going to take 2 tires instead of 4 to try to help beat some of these guys off of pit road. We're just going to take a little bit of fuel also. Unbelievable. It was a late decision and a late break to pit there. I was going to stay out another lap, but I saw Golding coming onto pit road and I decided to pit too, and late on the brakes there. Didn't want to lock the tires up, even though I was likely going to change only 4. I changed 2. We had a pit road speeding penalty in the process, and off we go now. Again, the 2-tire stop just to kind of help us and save time. 51 laps to go, and we're going to go a lap down here.
Got one outside now.
We stay on the apron here on the excess area of the racetrack.
Outside.
All these drivers zooming by us in the pack. We're just trying to get up to speed. Back to 29, so I guess we're still on the lead lap currently. Race leader Kaz Grella on pit road this time. I guess I could have, in hindsight, stayed out another lap with a couple guys coming on pit road there. But I didn't know how many guys were coming. I just saw Kaz Grella and I figured, well, that might be enough. We got Garrett Smith leading the 0 here, pushing us. A little bit of a 2-car tandem going on right now with 50 laps to go here at Talladega. Everybody's on 4 tires. I'm only on 2 tires right now. Pretty crazy. Let's see how much this pushing might pay off. Kaz Grella, how about that? He's still trying to get up to speed right now, but he came out of the pits and is currently still in the lead, but that pack is likely going to eat him up here very soon. Even once he gets up to speed, he's still going to be out of the draft. Unless he's got enough cars up there with him, I'm not totally sure. .49 laps to go. Left rear tire only at 20%. Kind of just hoping for a caution at this point. Taking right side tires there. Still got plenty of tires I could take. I could pit for right sides one more time and still pit for 4 fresh tires 2 more times. So tires shouldn't be an issue, really good to run. Everybody is just 1 stop away from the finish of the race. Not from here, though, if a caution comes out, but we'll have to see. I knew I didn't have to take enough fuel here, or full tank of fuel, with only taking the right side tires, because I'm going to have to pit and service those left sides here pretty soon. Justin Haley and Kaz Grella trading the lead back and forward multiple times here. Got back to the start-finish line. Justin Haley will take over the race lead here in this one. We're just right along with the turn 1 there, but we're all good. We're all by ourselves right now. We have lost the draft. Of course, that pit road speeding penalty really hurt us, but again, we are still on the lead lap. We're only 9.5 seconds off the lead right now with a very fast race car once we get back into the thick of things. We'll likely have some drivers coming out of pit road pretty soon, I would imagine here. Probably right on the border of Ross Chastain and Josh Bilicki here, both catching us. So we might get a 3-car pack coming up pretty soon here. Everybody did cycle through. Everybody that's currently on the racetrack is still in the lead lap. these older tires here, we're probably running some of our slowest lap times of the race. Yeah, we're just over 2 seconds behind our fastest lap of not only the race, but our fastest lap ever here at Talladega. Fastest lap I've ever ran at Talladega here was in this race, a 48.607 here in the Xfinity Series. Different looking paint scheme, but I kind of like it on that 38 car just behind us here, Josh Malicki. Running the outside here, Ross Chastain trying to catch us in the bottom currently, but that might not pan out for him, who knows. Now Balicki gonna pull along the outside of us. He's got 4 fresh tires, we've only got 2. We're trying to side draft off of him here. We're gonna get a big push from behind now from Ross Chastain to remain ahead of Balicki. Now me and Chastain move to the top side of the track. The 8% tire wear left on that left rear. I'm just trying to last as long as I can here. It's at least the goal. Chastain gonna move to the top. He's not gonna be able to get around us because Josh Balicki will shoot with us. We're not staying organized here with the 3 of us, so actually losing ground to Jeff Green, and the rest of the field is washing way up the racetrack, getting him that push in the middle of the corner. Especially because our left rear tire is wearing out too, so that doesn't help the issue whatsoever here. Left front's pretty wore out too, but not nearly as bad as the left rear here. That's at 6%. That late break on the pit road, the speed there wasn't too good. And actually, I practiced for 7 laps here before this race too. And in practice, I got caught speeding here on my practice pit stop. I went 5 miles an hour over this. I was only 2, but this was a late break. I should have known that likely wasn't going to work. Just kind of riding it out, hoping for a caution here, because I know I'm going to have to pick the 4 fresh tires pretty soon. So sooner the better as far as me getting the 4 fresh Goodyears as I kind of bounce it off the wall there coming out of turn 4. Just trying to stay in somewhat of a draft here, only 11 seconds off the race lead in this 3-car draft.
Manage our tire wear a little, alright?
2% tire wear left here as we enter into turns 3 and 4. Oh, man. Aggressive push from behind and around we go. Josh Balicki sends us into the wall and backing it now into the infield. I don't think that tire gave out. I think we just... Well, it says 0%. I guess we blew a left rear tire. That huge loud pop you heard, I thought that was just a push from behind from Balicki, but I think that was the left rear tire that went out. Because I was going to probably bring it onto pit road that time, but it blew out earlier than what I thought it was going to. And luckily nobody else was involved, just a single car incident there. And that will put us on the border of being able to make it on fuel the rest of the race. Now we got to make sure we at least stay in the draft And we do not lose the draft like we did in the Cup Series at Daytona. We got to quickly get back down to the bottom and pass some cars as soon as possible here. Green flag back in the air at Talladega. 37 laps to go. As we are about 3 laps short on fuel to the finish.
Got one down low now.
Oh, slight contact made with Garrett Smithley. Are you kidding me, man? That slight contact might have been enough to cost us some time, but no, it isn't.
Careful.
We're able to stay in the draft slightly to the inside of Tyler Reddick. As they are going 3 by 3 just in front of us, and that is able for them to slow each other down. For a second there, I thought I was going to lose a draft like it was at Daytona, but not quite there. And here we go. We are back in it, in the draft, at the rear end of the field. But again, we are roughly 3 laps short on fuel. And even though you have a lot of on throttle time here at Talladega, with the draft, you never know if you'll be able to actually save 3 laps, but 3 laps at Talladega is a long time, and now 4 wide just in front of us. Aggressive side drafting going on here as we are right back at the Licky once again, and now Austin Hill moving around a lot just in front of him. Wide now through the trioval for us. Very treacherous situation. We've only had 3 cautions, and again, that has made this race fly by. A little bit of a shake-up now. We're going to stay in the gas, of course, and we're going to keep on moving our way through this pack, trying to do it a 3rd time now. Second time we didn't get to the lead because of it, but we are having a good run going for us. Currently on the bottom of the racetrack. Here we go. Big move now to the inside of Chastain. Chastain got a little loose. Barely stayed above the double yellow line to try and pass him. I thought he was going to go around. That's the reason why I thought about going low, because if you are avoiding an accident, you can go below the double yellow line. It was a little scary there for a second. I made it back up in time before I made the pass on him. We've seen aggressive pushing, and more so, we've seen more aggressive blocking than aggressive pushing in this race, and aggressive blocking has been the cause of 1 accident. Can we come back from a blown left rear tire off of a pit road speeding penalty to win this race? We never fell a lap down though, so that is definitely what kept us in. With Talladega being a 2.66 mile racetrack, helped keep us from going a lap down. But again, we're about 3 laps short on fuel, but I'll tell you what, caution comes out. I think I'm going to pit just to be safe, because we've shown a few times now in this one that we can make it through this field within the 10 to 15 lap range. One time I think I might stay out if we get a caution here with about 5 to go or so. And even then, I might just pit for fuel only, just to keep the track position. We just have to see where time takes us. Not everybody pit under that caution. I'm not sure exactly how many guys came on the pit road, but I know a decent amount of us pit, but not always. Christopher Bell, he's been up towards the front in this one quite a bit, but he has not led a lap yet. But he's definitely a contender on the outside, battling to try and hang on for 7th currently.
Stay low, stay low.
Here we go now, we're up to 7th. Elliott Sadler, Kaz Gralla up against the wall on the top side of the track. We're going to try to get around both of those guys also. Bump trapped in the rear bumper here. Stephen Light, now we're going to get around Light. And just like that, we are up to 4th at the line with Cole Custer came into this race 10 point off the regular season point standings lead after a terrible 35th place finish at Richmond in a DNF, the first DNF of the season here in the Xfinity Series. But now here we go, side by side and side drafting off the 66 of Timmy Hill. Ray Black Jr. fought hard to just stay on the lead lap at one point in time, and look at him go now. He is out in front here at Talladega. And now Christopher Bell out of nowhere to try and give Cole Custer a shot. Both these two in the championship hunt right now in the regular season. We are helping each other to try and get to the front here. We're up to 2nd and 3rd. It's all about winning this race. Not sure off the top of my head if Bell has won a race yet this year to lock himself into the playoffs, but I'll tell you what, he's definitely going to try and win this one no matter what. Whether he has one or not, and so am I, even though I know I'm in the playoffs and locked in with multiple wins here early in the season. Bell backs off. He's probably going to try to get a big run on me, and we'll see if he'll just use that to push me to get to the front and have him get to 2nd, or he'll take the run in his own and try to pass both the 1st and 2nd place driver at once. Here comes Bell, right on the back bumper. I'm low, he stays low with me. Some of these guys zigging outside, and Bell will lock bumpers. And as we lock bumpers, here we come. Big momentum shift now. Bell still pushing us down the back straightaway. Huge draft now on Ray Black Jr. Now down to the inside, taking the run. Here we go, side by side for the lead here at Talladega. Taking the run off the push from Bell. It took me about 4 laps side by side to pass Ray Black Jr. when I was trying to lap him earlier, but now this is for the lead. How long can he stay on the outside of us this time with aggressive side drafting? Bell gives us another push again. And we're going to zoom by him a lot quicker. Only a half a lap of side-by-side action there. It is not an official lead change, though, until we get back to the start-finish line. Bell gives us a little space. Probably would have wanted a little bit more to get more of a run, but what he's going to have to work with for now is Ray Black Jr. quickly fading back, still no help on the top side of the track, and it's falling back to 5th. And maybe more, nobody can join in on the outside, and he is now outside the top 5 after leading that, well, the last 3 or 4 laps. Lead change at the line. We have just taken the lead for the 3rd time today as we have 27 laps to go. I have only led 7 laps this entire race, but have shown speed out in front throughout. You will see this battle for the championship the majority of the year here between Christopher Bell and Cole Custer, but you are seeing them battle for the lead now, 1st and 2nd at Talladega, one of the more famed racetracks. We only come here once in the Xfinity Series, and it's right now here in the regular season. A big shot to get a wild card victory here. An upset win for some smaller team possibly to make the playoffs, but with 26 to go here in the home stretch of the race. Under the last quarter of the race. We'll see. Outside finally starting to get a move on. Kaz Gralla, the 21, is the first driver in line on the outside. He's getting a huge run. The side draft off the 20 car. Here comes Gralla. Up the block now is Custer. Back down to the bottom now to block Christopher Bell. It is late in the race. You will see aggressive blocks like you have the majority of this race, surprisingly. especially with only having 3 cautions. And now 3 wide back there from 4th on back. First 3 drivers in line on the inside. Growl's got a push from behind on the very top side of the track. Here comes... Oh my goodness, Brandon Jones trying to block Growl on the outside. And they're 4 wide back there now for 4th. With 25 to go, 4 wide. Here at Talladega, I don't think we're going to make it to the finish without a big one. Only 1 driver is DNF'd in this race. And that was in that single car incident that brought out the 2nd caution. Bell gets shuffled out of line. And now they're 3 wide for 2nd. Justin Haley coming up the middle. Timmy Hill now 2nd in line on the inside, right behind Cole Custer, the race leader. Bell fighting back on the outside, trying to block all 3 lines at once, and I somehow did a very late block there. And they're 4 by 4 in the middle of the pack with 24 to go. Haley, Earnhardt, Timmy Hill now. Unbelievable. What a race at Talladega. Here comes Haley again. Haley just blocked off. There was some contact made. Oh, another aggressive block, man. We're holding on to this thing like crazy. We have now led 11 laps in the race. 4 wide, 5 wide, middle of the pack. Everybody's so scattered right now. How are we going to make this to the finish if we somehow do? I would be very surprised. Oh, we got pit stops coming up. We were 3 laps short on fuel. We're still about 2.5 laps short on fuel. So we don't even know if we're going to make it to the end. We might have pit stops coming up yet under green. Look at Christopher Bell fighting back now. Slowly starting to thin back. It's still side by side behind us. Not as much 3 wide, but still 3 wide further back towards the back of the pack. And here comes Bell. Bell now to the outside. Side drafted off of Custer. Huge push from behind by Cindric. Oh, we're battling hard, and now Jeffrey Earnhardt pushing us on the bottom. We are staying right on the left rear corner panel of Christopher Bell and not letting him get away. Earnhardt trying to come up the middle. Huge block made on him, and that will allow Christopher Bell to clear us out in front. Back down to the bottom now. Earnhardt trying to make his way through, but Cindric's going to block him off on the outside. I don't have a lot of help on the bottom right now. At least not yet. And here comes Josh Bilicki. He's come from the back of the pack now. Remember, we were both drafting with each other before that last caution came out. What a race. 21 to go. 2 laps short on fuel. We've saved a lap here under this green flag run. Can we save 2 more? But now that we're in 2nd right behind Bell, maybe we just try to stay there. But no, we got to race for track position. You never know who's going to make it. Ran out of momentum there by the time we pulled on a line to try and get around the driver with the clean air of Christopher Bell there. We want to fall in line with Josh Bilicki right behind us again. Bilicki was a good pusher before I blew a left rear tire before the last caution. It was after I had that pit road speeding penalty. Bell goes way high. He's not going to come down in time to block us. And Christopher Bell is going to get shuffled out of line for the time being. And Josh Bilicki will push us out to the lead. Bell did lead that last lap, though. So it is not an official lead change until we get back to the start-finish line again. And we'll see how much longer I can block now out in front. For those of you just tuning in, We are coming around out of turn 4 now to the start-finish line. We will have 19 laps to go at Talladega. Chase Briscoe was a lap down earlier in the race. He has come back from a lap down, and now he is battling up here. He's up to second, now looking high on the outside of the racetrack. Almost blocked into the wall here by Custer. Folks, the NASCAR season just ended today, but we will have a lot of NASCAR Heat 4 action coming up this winter, and great action at that, just like this race you are seeing right now here tonight. The nighttime is the right time, despite the fact there's no lights here at Talladega, but that's besides the point. And now here comes Bilicki. We don't have enough to block Bilicki, side by side for the lead again. BJ McLeod in the flex shot car right behind us, giving us a push. Christopher Bell on the outside trying to help Josh Bilicki, who will get the edge. We got the front bumper out in front, and we have just now cleared Josh Bilicki. Unbelievable. What a race. Things are not calm, and they have very rarely been calm here in this one. Intense the majority of the way through this race. We have not had the big one yet, but we've had a separation of packs here under this green flag run. Look at Bell going up the middle. 3 wide and 4 wide for second. John Hunter Nemechek on the bottom. Bell made it through there with... He might have made contact. I really don't know. It was awfully close, though, and Bell's still fighting hard on the top side of the track. Just trying to block 3 lanes at once. I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but boy, howdy, what a race. Bell fading back on the very top. He doesn't have a lot of help up there anymore as they go into 3 and 4. And now a huge move to the outside. Hunter Nemechek with a big run out of nowhere. And here we go now. 16 laps to go. Out in front of the field. Blocking up towards the wall, back down to the bottom before we get into turns 1 and 2. Haven't led a lot of laps, but I've led a decent amount within the last 10 to 20, the last laps that we have run here. On this green flag run, quickly back to the top again, and here comes John Hunter Nemechek, now on the bottom of the racetrack. Brandon Brown getting pushed. He gets a little squirrely, but he's going to hang on to it. Giant pack here leading the field. Another pack of a few cars that have lost the draft, and a single car has lost the draft now. About 20 laps to go off the restart. Oh my goodness, 3 wide again. Leaves the bottom open. 4 wide again for second. Contact between the 61 and the 89. Hunter Nemechek to the lead. Both are side by side at least. Look at the side draft here. Bell's back in the mix. Morgan Shepherd gives us a push. Will Nemechek clear us? Oh, he won't pull down to clear us yet. Side by side into turns 3 and 4. For the race lead again here at Talladega. He never cleared us. Oh my goodness. Dead heat here. And now Bell's gonna push us. Here comes the bottom. Morgan Shepherd at the line, leads the lap by inches, 3 wide for the lead. We are pushed back to the middle. Christopher Bell trying to give us the shot. Oh, we're loose, almost in the wall. 3 wide for the lead on the bottom. Earnhardt back in. Jeffrey Earnhardt. Can an Earnhardt win at Talladega? Here, even in the Xfinity Series. Look at this, 4 wide contact here with Morgan Shepherd. We get loose. More contact. Entering turns 3 and 4. We're stuck in the very top side of the track. Kazdrawa. He's trying to force his way in there. We got Justin Haley just behind us. Stuck on the very outside. I've not been up here much often today. Really been on the bottom of the racetrack the majority of the day. 13 to go. We're going to go down to that middle lane, right behind Kaz Gralla. We're going to try to get a huge run down the back straightaway. Now I'm going to get underneath Gralla. Going to force 3 wide up the middle, trying to get back down to the bottom. Can we? Yes, we get just in front of Joey Gase. 3 wide on the bottom of the track, and now we have cleared up to 4th. What a race. Morgan Shepherd. 12 laps to go here at Talladega. Shepherd out in front here. Can the old man win again in this series? It's been a long time since he's done it. And now Vinnie Miller out in front. Push from behind coming from Gregson. It's a huge push at that, and it will get us up to 2nd right behind Vinnie Miller. If we get a run, we've got to take it and go for the lead. We are at that point in the race, side by side. Here we go again. Oh, there's contact. Miller leads the lap by inches. Push from behind now from Jeffrey Earnhardt. Miller will cut down right in front of us again.
Still there? All right, you're clear.
And some drivers just come down onto pit road right there. Possibly taking a little bit of strategy. Now we're moved up to the top side right behind Miller. Trying to get whatever draft I can off of him before shooting back to the inside now with a run side by side for the lead through 3 and 4 again.
Still there?
Look at this battle going on. No takers onto pit road this time, as the pack will remain the same, at least this lap.
Still there?
Miller leads again at the line. 3 wide for the lead. Earnhardt moves me high. Gregson gonna push us.
Inside.
Oh my goodness, look at how tight this is. 3 wide through the middle. Jeffrey Earnhardt to the lead now at Talladega. And we got a slower car up in front here, just in front of the lead pack. Oh, we're trying to get through. There's contact. Earnhardt saves it. What a save. Oh my goodness. Justin Haley got in the way of the lead pack. He didn't get a lot of damage off of that. I don't know how Earnhardt saved it right in the middle in front of the pack. That could have caused a big one, but it didn't quite happen yet. This has to be the most exciting Xfinity race we have had from start to finish here in the first 9 races of the season. And it's not over yet. We've got less than 10 laps to go. We've got 9 laps left. And we're about a lap and a half short on fuel. Trying to stretch this tank as long as we possibly can, of course. You never know if we're going to get another caution. 3 wide for the lead. Big push coming. Chase Bencham kind of held out a line there. Elliott Sadler on the bottom of the track will fall in line behind Sadler.
Careful, still there.
8 laps to go at Talladega in the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Still there.
Kind of getting a little strung out again. Now we got Gregson right behind us again. We're up to 3rd. Cesar Barcella still in the lead. And now looking to the inside of Elliott Sadler, but Sadler now moves high. Gregson will move high right behind him. we're going to be able to zoom in front of Sadler and clear him off of turn 4, and now up to second. Here we go, back down to the bottom again. Push from behind from Elliott Sadler. Barcella leads at the line, 7 laps to go at Talladega. Interesting to see if we get a caution. I did not think we were going to make it to the end of the race, but now as we're this close, we are going to have 6 laps to go at the start-finish line this time, and we somehow might make it to the end. Older tires here, just trying to hang on and win it. Can everybody make it on fuel? 6 laps to go. Tires will not be an issue. It will be a matter of can everybody make it on fuel that is still out there that has not yet pitted. BJ McLeod coming right behind us. He's going to give us a push. We've got to stay in the gas though and race hard, especially with Barcella, the race leader, out in front there. Getting kind of a big run on him. Nobody comes on the pit road this time. Everybody's still committing. We got a lap car just in front here. 5 laps to go at Talladega now. It looks like Greg Golding is the lap car. On very worn out tires now. Late into this green flag run. We're on 34 laps on a full tank of fuel. Barcella kind of held up here from a lap car of Greg Golding. And now look at the push we're getting here from McLeod. Barcella still on the top side of the track. He can't block us. Push from behind from BJ McLeod. Cesar Barcella does not have any help behind him. And we are going to take the lead at Talladega in the late going. Can we make it on fuel? And McLeod will push us out in front. New leader, 4 laps to go. We're back in the lead again for the 5th time today. On older tires. Just trying to make it to the finish. Oh my goodness, we are very loose now. Barcella on the top, contact. We couldn't block him. We've got to stay out of the pits because everybody else is. Older tires, I just could not move off the racetrack in time to block Tommy Barcella. And now BJ McLeod forced to push us again. Look at this tandem racing going on here at Talladega. Side by side. A lot of side drafting and a lot of bump drafting as well, just a lot of drafting in general. Barcella back to the lead, 3 laps to go. We're a lap short on fuel, estimated at least. We're back up to second again. Cindric will go a lap down for the meantime. We are low on fuel, trying to make it to the end. Huge push from behind again here from BJ McLeod. This car is so loose on these worn-out tires and just trying to last to the finish. Barcella goes high once again, and now McLeod's going to get under us. Oh, we got some takers on the pit road. McLeod is out of gas. Morgan Shepherd's out of gas. Barcella's still out there. To the line this time. 2 laps to go at Talladega. Barcella's all low, right in the top side of the racetrack. Here we come on the bottom. Chase Fincham is going to push us. Still about a lap short on fuel. Oh my goodness, very hard to hang on to this race car right now. Huge push coming from behind. Will we stay out and try to last 1 lap? And will these guys make it on fuel? And we got more takers on the pit road. More drivers out of fuel, but everybody will likely not be able to make it to the end. Here we go. We are going to commit and stay out. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go here at Talladega. 1 lap to go. We are sputtering on gas. Stephen Light to the lead. We took the lead coming to the white flag, and we are now out of gas. Justin Haley's still pushing us. He's a lap car. Will Stephen Light make it on fuel to the end as well? We are sputtering but getting bump drafted. Stephen Light is out of gas. Stephen Light is out of gas. We are out of gas through 3 and 4. Light on fumes is probably going to make it.
Got one up top. All right, we're in the fuel window. Let's hit for gas.
Wow. Got to get gas in it to get to the finish here. Stephen Light gets the win on fuel mileage at Talladega on fumes as he was running out at the finish line. Here we are, gas to go. Let's get back out there. Oh, we ran out right at the white flag. I knew we were going to be close. Spun the tires off the pit road. 22nd. Oh, wow. 22nd place finish as we ran out of gas on the last lap. Unbelievable. What a race, and a crazy one at that at the finish. Stephen Light gets the win here. 90 minutes of total time, only 3 cautions from start to finish. As he stretched the field to the end, only the top 4 drivers made it on fuel to the end. And Stephen Light won on fumes as he was sputtering coming across the start-finish line. We jump up 1 spot in the point standings here, but we lose points to Chase Briscoe currently, with Briscoe finishing 5th and us finishing 22nd. So we came in 4th, 10 points back. We left, gaining a spot. We're up to 3rd, but now we're 27 points back instead of 10. And that is going to be it for this one. Stephen Light gets his first win of the season in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. That is going to be it here for Talladega. What a crazy race. Thanks for watching as always. Hit the subscribe button for more NASCAR Heat 4 and other NASCAR related content in the future. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this race, the commentary, and the video in general. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.